my name's Stephanie.
Hi, I'm Sam.
And we're back with Carry Out Crafts. Today we're going to be making a rustic wood ornament. Now I have to say, this is super easy, but I did not think it was going to work, I have to admit.
Right?
I was wrong. It worked and it's cute. All right, but I'm going to have you walk me through it, Sam.
Yes.
So what do we have in our kits to start with?
All right, so what we've got to start off with is that we've got our base for the ornament. We've got the twine to be able to hold the ornament up with the beads and the ribbon to decorate it.
Okay.
The most essential part of this is going to be our Mod Podge. And you won't be able to read this because they're backwards, but we've got what we're going to be putting on them.
Now, why are they backwards?
So what we're going to be doing is basically a photo transfer.
Oh, okay. See, and that's what I didn't think was going to work.
Right.
And this is just regular paper.
This is just regular paper
and regular printer
that we've printed here.
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of different designs to choose from. Now, one of our coworkers, she actually did a picture transfer. And so if you're really feeling fancy, you can try something like that yourself. But these are much easier place to start.
So while they look like they are reversed on the paper, they will come off like these.
Yeah.
Perfectly right when we go to place them down, and we'll show you all how to be able to do that.
Okay, so how do we start this?
All right, probably pick out which design you want to do first.
Okay. Which one are you?
I don't know.
And so when you cut out the design, you want to try to get it as
close to the design.
You want to have a little space, but not too much space.
Yes.
You don't want to leave a lot of white space.
Okay. I think I'm going to do let it snow.
Okay. All right, and what's the next step?
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put Mod Podge on the side of these pages that have the lettering on them.
Okay. And just like a little thin coat?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does not have to be a lot, just a nice layer. And make sure you get all of the ink painted with the Mod Podge. Okay.
When you're placing it down, you want to make sure you angle it underneath the hole correctly.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
And you want to try and make it a center, unless you don't want to. That's totally fine. Rub it down to make sure that it is sticking.
Okay, so you don't have to put any Mod Podge on it after.
Right.
It's only that initial face down part.
Exactly. Because what we're going to do after this dries, we're going to rub off the paper itself, and that will leave the ink that was on it. And
this is a 2-day craft because we recommend waiting a full day so that the ink has time to transfer onto the wood.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, and when you do that,
to make it a little bit easier whenever you're feeding the twine through the hole, we recommend you gluing and twisting the tips of the twine.
So like put a little Mod Podge on it and twist it?
Yeah. It will just make it a little bit easier.
Yeah, because also with the beads, they get a little teeny hole.
Twine's not the friendliest about not fraying.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit on the tips.
And so then you just let those dry.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, Sam, now we waited for them to dry.
Yep.
Now what's the next step?
Next step is we're going to dampen a rag, and then we're going to apply the water to the back of the page that we did.
And then you have to use like an old rag, not paper towel doesn't really work. Okay.
It needs to get in there and soak that paper.
Okay.
So what you want to do is kind of dab at it, try and get as much of that water in there.
And this is just, again, helping with the transfer process, right?
Right.
Okay.
So if you can see how it's turning to that grayish, brownish color from what the wood is underneath, that's what you want. Now that we've got the ornaments all clean, like soaked in.
So you want to be able to see the whole image.
Right. So when you got it all soaked down, you should be able to read what it says perfectly.
And you don't want to have any white, like clear white spaces in where the text is.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this next part is very crucial. You want to be very gentle with this.
Ooh, I'm not good at gentle. So very gentle.
Yes.
And what are we doing very gently?
We are going to be rubbing the paper off so that the paper will be completely gone, but the ink will be staying.
Okay. So let me watch you do it first. So as opposed to before we were blotting.
Right.
Now we're just kind of a gentle rub.
Gentle rub. And you can kind of see.
Where you're just kind of getting the roll of the paper up.
Right. If you put too much pressure down, you will end up removing the ink. While you can see this weird outline against the wood, it will dry.
Okay, yeah.
You won't be able to see it.
That's good.
So if there ever gets to a point where you feel like you're scared that you're going to end up ruining it by rubbing too much, it's okay to stop. It is okay. All right. Not too bad.
I really am. See, so somebody that's not very gentle normally, I get it. You just have to really keep saying it to your head. Gently, gently, gently.
Right.
Okay.
And it is perfectly fine if you do end up getting like how mine is, where there is some spots where you did pull the ink up. Because it's rustic.
It's rustic. It's rustic.
Yeah.
Which I like. Okay.
All right.
All right, so then what do we do next?
The next part is we're going to take the twine.
Okay.
And we're going to feed it through the hole.
Okay.
Nice and easy.
All right. Yeah, because we Mod Podge the ends.
Right. And so we're going to want to make it nice and even. So it's like going to sit straight.
All right. So
And
both sides the same.
Yep.
All right.
And now we're going to feed the beads.
The beads. Yes. Yes, I know it. Okay. Oh.
Make sure that they go through both strings go through the bead.
And some of the beads have a smaller space, so you might have to do one side at a time.
Yeah.
But if you can do both of them, it is much easier with the Mod Podge on it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So happy.
All right.
Okay, so then what?
Then we're going to tie it off at the very top, so you have a way of being able to hang it on the tree.
Okay.
Which
is kind of key.
Yeah. This is going to be you. You can have it at whatever length that you want because it's wherever you want to tie it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, then what?
Now, we are going to add the bow. We're going to put the bow right above the beads. All right. So we got the bow on there. First time.
First time.
All right. And as it's drying, you may see that some area is that still has paper on it.
And you can just go back over it.
You can just go back over it.
Yeah, so before you hang it on your tree, just check it.
Right.
Check it, and if you need to, do another gentle rub off of it.
Yeah, but...
And what I might also recommend is you did this craft this year, so take a Sharpie and put your initials and the year.
Yeah.
And that way, when it's on your tree, or if you give it as a gift, they know what year it is.
Exactly.
My sister loves to give ornaments, and so she always initials and puts the year so that people remember when they got them.
And who they got them from.
Yes, and who they got them from. So So, and you could do it on the front, you could do it on the back, or like I said, you could do one, you know, one of the images on both sides if you wanted to.
And once it's dried, if you wanted to even decorate it some more with like paint,
Extras.
color pencil, other extras,
Some fun stuff.
fun stuff, glitter.
Glitter. That was pretty easy.
Yeah.
So, once you have it all dried off, ours is still in the process of drying.
Right.
But then you can just hang it on your tree.
Yeah.
And let's see. They're really cute. I think it's a lot of fun.
It's great.
Thank you so much for joining us for Carry Out Crafts all year. I hope you've enjoyed it. And let us see how your ornaments turn out.
Can't wait to see them. Have a happy holiday.
Happy holidays. Bye.